Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the channel. I am Atone. This is aToneTarot. Aquarius, you are tuned in for the topic of the trifecta. We will be tapping in and talking about finance, romance, and family, Aqua. So without further ado, let's get up into your message. I will be breaking down the financial part of the read with 5 cards from this career and finance oracle. I will then move on to romance via this relationship oracle deck, also pulling 5 cards. And I will close out the message via a traditional tarot for the family section of the read, also pulling 5 cards. If you could, please smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it, Aqua. But without further ado, let's get up into your message. I will be dividing the video into chapters. So if you're not here for love and you only care about finance and family, you will be able to jump to those sections of the video. All right, Aqua. I hope all is well with you guys. For my returning viewers, welcome back. For my newcomers, welcome to the channel. I usually drop videos every 10 days or so where I tap into different topics. I am soliciting for new topics, so drop them in the comments if you have a topic or a question that you want me to consult the cards. I would love to hear it. All right, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do you need to know as it relates to your career? Let's see what's going on with my Aquas. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do my Aquarius need to know? Two more cards, please, for my Aquarius. You received 2 more cards. All right, so let's get up into it. For my Aquarius, you receive power position, brilliance, money matters, courage, investments, as well as wisdom. So it's looking like for my Aquarius, as it relates to money, you're going to come up with some $1 million ideas, Aquarius, in 2026. It's feeling like you are going to be firing on all cylinders as it relates to your creativity. You're going to be coming up with one-liners, life hacks. It's like you're going to be clicking it like a gear clicking into space, into its groove. That's what I'm picking up on, like some clicking. And not only is it clicking, it's clicking quickly. It's moving fast. And those gears winding down creates momentum, creates friction, creates some spark for your money, Aquarius. You are seen as the genius in the room to some degree. Like, people are going to be looking to you for answers. Like, let's consult with the Aquarius before we make a decision, because they always seem to have the greatest ideas on how to make something work. Very innovative energy is what I'm picking up here. And that innovation puts you in a position of power. So this is not necessarily a skill that can be taught and acquired online. No. This is something that is birthed inside of you. It comes naturally, Aquarius. This is who you are, in and out. And showing up as you are unapologetically in your career creates some financial momentum for you. It allows the pieces to fall into place, and you really start to look at money as it relates to the end game and legacy really seriously, really seriously. And you feel the need to do something bold and different. Like, your money might not be in the best place currently, Aquarius, but no worries, because it's almost like a stroke of genius and luck comes together and you are in the right place at the right time. You have enough money to invest in something, and you're courageous. You know, you're being advised to have some courage, to believe in yourself enough to know that this investment is going to create wealth and abundance for you. But your level of creativity and brilliance and great ideas puts you in a position of power, Aquarius. So much so that you can begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel as it relates to your money. Yeah. You then have some wiggle room to put some money into other investments. I'm picking up on, what do they call it? Passive income here. So I can't remember what sign got this investment card. I believe it was Scorpio. But Scorpio's investment was more so investing in themselves as it relates to acquiring a skill. This investment feels like really taking physical money and becoming a partner and or investor in an endeavor that you believe will have some prosperity to it. And you're hoping, like, you're like, look, I hope that my experience has created enough wisdom, intelligence, and resources for this to be prosperous. You're nervous around making this investment, but you also have, like I said, this wisdom. You have experience, Aquarius, enough to take you across the finish line. Just be courageous. Be bold. Don't be afraid to speak and say those things that may sound crazy inside your head. You be like, I ain't gonna say that. That sounds too crazy. They may not even understand my thought process and my school of thought if I say this thing. Don't worry about that, because it's brilliant. It needs to be said. It's never, the problem has never been thought of in the way that you think of it, Aquarius. It's never been approached from the direction and the angle that you approach it. And someone needs a new set of eyes on something. They need your brilliance. They need your innovation. They need the unorthodox way of thought that you possess, Aquarius, to approach this issue, because it unlocks something for the system or the gears, like I said, to begin to move forward. And your wisdom and expertise, bring it to the table. Bring it all the way to the table, and don't be afraid. Have the courage to open your mouth and say what it is you believe needs to be said in that moment, because it will allow you to deal with matters of money in a certain way. It will springboard you to create relief in your budget, to be able to invest financially into something that helps get you up out of maybe a financial struggle that you currently sit in, Aquarius. So this power position alongside money matters. I'm also picking up on an Aquarius who has title but not money, right? So you have influence but not maybe the money and the paycheck to complement the level of influence that you actually possess. And you need to think about that, Aquarius. Think about the amount of influence that you actually hold and how you can translate that to dollars in 2026 so that you can make some hardcore sound investments that help make this reputation that you've acquired actually produce a financial cushion for you. You become wise and you see that courage as something to birth more for you, Aquarius. I'm really picking up on an Aquarius collective who was quiet as kept in the meetings. Had some great ideas, but nope, I don't want to say it because I don't want to be judged by way of what I say. I don't want to have to further explain it because I know once I say it, the people are not even going to be able to understand what I say. But it's okay. You know what I mean? It's new to them. You are going to have to give it some color, Aquarius. Don't be that rigid. Don't be that fearful, of explaining and going down the path of doing the work of something unconventional. Yeah, you are very unconventional in thought. And whatever this is as it relates to your money, it requires that level of brilliance and creativity in thought for something to be unlocked that will create abundance for you. I'm also picking up around August with this courage and this lion being here. That's Leo season. Late July, August, during Leo season, something really starts to open up around your career in the summertime. You really start to see the position of power that you sit in by way of your influence. So if you have not already garnered and acquired this influence, it's coming, Aquarius, because you say or do something that is brilliant as it relates to your finances and money and those that you associate with career wise. They are going to want to hear your ideas and how you approach a problem. How do you do that? Tell us more, Aquarius, because that actually unlocks some additional coins for the business and you help make the business some more money, which makes you valuable to that business, right? And that creates a power position on the board for you, Aquarius. And from there, you gain wisdom. You're able to, like I said, invest because now you have wiggle room and space in your budget. Yeah, Aquarius, don't be fearful to speak to that zany, crazy idea that maybe you have. Don't be afraid to maybe put some money towards a crazy idea that you have, because it may be for my entrepreneurs out there. If you don't work alongside or with a company, it could be something in your own personal world that you're like, I have a great idea that I want to stand up, but I'm afraid that the world may not see it as great as I do. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. The universe will confirm or deny that for you, Aquarius, but they will not confirm or deny that for you without first taking that first step into seeing if this investment into this new thing is truly like profitable or not. So it's on you, Aquarius. You have to be bold, brilliant, and those two things are going to put you in a position of power moving into 2026 because fortune favors the bold, So don't be afraid to open your mouth and say that crazy thing amongst peers and the people that you get your money with. All right, Aquarius, we are moving on to the relationship part of the read. Let's see what's going on in romance for my Aquarius collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's going on with love for my Aqua gang? And for those of you who may not know or may not be aware, I am a fellow Aquarian. So let's see what is going on in romance for my fellow Aquas. All right, Aqua, as it relates to romance, you received Coffin, the Runner, the Golden Mirror, not today, and abundance. So it is looking like you, Aquarius, if you haven't decided to do this, your career, money is the focus. It's not looking like romance and love is popping in the best of ways, right? It's not horrible, but with Coffin being here, I'm sorry to say your love life is probably a little dead, right? For a lack of better terms, right? And it's been dry, and you are really maybe looking at yourself and saying, all right, I am the common denominator here, so what's up with me? You know what? I don't even feel like being bothered because I need to look at me and identify why I have attracted the previous partners that I have, right? And while I'm kind of doing that, I'm gonna be getting my money because I need to focus on my career as a form of a distraction, if you will, until I get these answers. Because some things may never be revealed to you, right? With the Runner here, someone might have ghosted you or exited your life abruptly where you weren't anticipating that. You thought it was going to grow and flourish into forever or at least long term. And you found out they was love bombing you. It was all good for 2-3 months, and then out of nowhere, they gone. With not today, you can't find them, right? And I really don't pick up on the energy of my Aquarius. Again, you're not rolling around crying about it because you got other things going on to distract you. You have other things as it relates to your career, your money, your family even, that love cannot take center stage right now. You might even be running from love because it has been so exhausting in the past. You like, let me put that on the shelf for right now. I can't focus on love because it's been a shit show and we just gonna give it a rest. And I'm cool right now because the people that I've been encountering have just been straight narcissists, liars. And you're wondering like, what the hell is going on as it relates to the people that you're attracting? You're like, how, Sway? How can this be what I'm attracting? You know, when you may very much want a new beginning as it relates to love, like you're positioned to receive love. You're single as a dollar bill. You just single, chilling, not doing too much, staying out the way, minding your business. And love is take it or leave it right now with my Aquarius. You're not opposed to it, but you're also not chasing it, right? But you are running from maybe some past situations and truly peeling back the layers of what occurred in those past situations, Aquarius. Do not misrepresent you pouring all your attention and focus into getting money as being healed, because that's not being healed, right? Like if you just have said, you know what, I'm not going to date, I'm just going to focus on my career and do that, that's not healing your heart. That's just refocusing your attention elsewhere. And you may need to spend some time really looking in the mirror, Aquarius, if love is what you want. But it don't look like it. It's also feeling like not today. I don't got time for that. I don't even care. I don't care to do all of that. Kumbaya, look inside myself. I don't feel like doing that right now, aTone. I'ma invest 150% into my money and my career, because that is where my attention is needed. Like, I do not have time, energy, effort for the love game. You might not even have stuck around for this part of the read, or you maybe only stuck around to see if something crazy as it relates to love was going to happen. No, it's looking like this is a time of rest. You may be sitting idle. I do not see any new love on the horizon. Right now, I see my Aquarius really chasing the bag, really chasing that level of abundance. You might even be in a relationship currently, and the relationship is fizzling out, where you want more spice and everything is work, right? And you're just running around arbitrarily through your day to day, and it's not really giving love. It's like money is the center of my Aquarius primary need right now, right? I don't know if you're stressed about money, or if money is a tool that you really, you'll need to use your money in a way that you haven't done so in the past. Like if you have a child going off to college, right, you may need more money in your reserves than you have in the past. And that's just an example. But something is driving your focus away from love and towards money. And love is just a necessary evil. It almost feels like this is a very sanitized feeling towards love. Very like take it or leave it, like I said. But it really feels like not today. I'm focused on money. Money is my focus, because my experiences have been with narcissists, love bombers, people who have ghosted me. And yeah, I'm good. My love life is dead. There's no action in it. So currently I'm channeling for a Aquarius collective who doesn't have much going on as it relates to your relationship department, and it doesn't really feel like you are in the month of December. It's going to be very quiet as it relates to love, and your love will be focused on abundance and maintaining a positive mindset around love. That might be something that you are wanting to sustain too, right? You might be very much aware that you've went through your fair share of failed relationships, right? You've had your share, and when you've had your share of disappointments in relationships, it can create bitterness sometimes, and you're aware of that, and you are really wanting to focus and make sure that you're not bitter, and you maintain a positive attitude as it relates to love, Aquarius, right? Because you could be tipping in the direction of bitterness around love, like where you're just flagging people off. No, not you. I don't like you either, because you have these rigid set of standards and or even triggers, right? If anything looks remotely close to what you had in the past, like if you meet somebody and their name is the same as a past partner, it don't matter how fine or attractive that person is, you got the same name. Your name is Tiffany. Oh yeah, no, I don't do Tiffany's, because Tiffany did you wrong, right? You just are disregarding options for the most frivolous reasons as it relates to maybe potential prospects, Aquarius. You have a very rigid set of criteria. that you're operating under. And I don't want to say rigid in the sense that it's a long laundry list of things, but you damn sure know what you don't want. You like, they can't be this, they can't have this name, but it's a set of quirky things, right, that not everyone would have on their list as it relates to criteria. So it may cause you to inadvertently bypass someone that could be a good fit, but it's looking like you need to just focus on looking in the mirror, Aquarius, truly understanding how you showed up in those past relationships and what you want for your life moving forward. I believe it was the Capricorn read. I said, if your financial life is good, then it almost naturally happens that your romantic life will begin to become prosperous as well, because you don't have the backdrop of stress, financial stress going on, to where you can attract from a peaceful place as it relates to love. So if money is stressing you, you may not even be able to attract in the appropriate partner, because your lens is so defined in such a way that there's not much room for you to see anything else other than this moment right here, right now. And this moment right here, right now does not feel very prosperous for love as it relates to my Aquarius. So let's move on to family. See what's going on with my family. I mean, technically it would be my family, but my Aquarius family, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I hope all is well with you guys. And if you haven't done so already, please smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. All right, let's see what's going on with my Aqua's family affairs. Five cards, please, for my Aqua gang. One more card. All right, Aquarius, let's get up into it. So for your family message, you received the Emperor, the Ace of Coins, the Four of Coins, the Nine of Wands in reverse, and the Five of Cups. So Aquarius, for your family message, this is very specific, but I'm picking up on an elder, masculine energy, like a father, grandfather, uncle, brother, big brother, something like that. Someone who holds authority in a family, who is being hard-headed around an investment. And someone in the family is you could be trying to advise maybe your father and or elder to not invest in this particular thing, because you see that it could be a potential scam. Like something about something with the elder, where an Aquarius may be trying to advise that elder and they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. They're like, nope, I'm doing it. This is what I want to do. You can't tell me what to do. I'm good. And it doesn't really feel like as much you can do, Aquarius, to get this person to change their mind. But something about this, it could be where a family member is about to change their will, and you like, wait a minute. It's giving, maybe a new wife is in the mix, and this wife is being written into the will and they are getting the lion's share, and the Aquarius child gets wind of this and they go to speak to their father about it, and the father is like, look, I made my decision. This is what it's going to be. This person is my wife and they're going to get everything that I have in the event that something happens to me. Yeah. Somebody's not willing to listen as it relates to money. They are standing on their feelings, and they're being unmoving as it relates to this thing. Somebody's authority cannot be moved, cannot be challenged. This is do as I say, not as I do energy. You know what I mean? Like, you can't tell them nothing because they are older than you. We have a tendency to do that in our families, right? Where we give respect, honor, authority to family members based off of age, right? But you living in this day and age with this elder, realize that it could be some type of senior abuse, going on, where you see the game that's being played with your family member, but that person can't see it. And the more you try to tell them that this is going on, or that maybe they should reconsider how they're operating, they ain't even trying to listen to you, Aquarius. They are not trying to listen. They don't care how many times, and they might have plenty of experiences that have even shown them why they should not be doing this, but they don't care. This Nine of Wands in reverse is someone who has went through something several times, done something the same way over and over, and they keep getting the same result every time, but they don't care that they're not getting a positive result. They'll continue to approach it the way that they know how, because that's the only way that they know how to approach this problem. And you, Aquarius, are trying to give them a different way to approach an old problem, and they are not trying to listen to you. And it creates a loss. And you may have to observe this on the sidelines. You may have to watch from the sidelines where someone's negligence of past experience, it's like hard head make a soft ass. You're going to have to learn. And if me advising you doesn't help get you up out of the situation, then the situation is going to have to teach you a lesson, right? And there may be a loss. And there may be some issues inside a family because of this. This may cause you to put some distance between you and a family member, Aquarius, because you're like, look, I cannot stand by and allow you to do this to yourself, because it's almost like I feel as though I'm betraying you as a family member if I continue to allow you to do this, but I can't stop you either. So somebody's being very defiant, and you kind of have to sit by and watch it happen. You, Aquarius, may have to provide support to this family member after the loss occurs. And I know you may want to say, I told you so, but don't do that, Aquarius, because, in this experience or whatever comes of this situation, maybe this family member and this elder will begin to see that your advisement and care and passion and issue that you take up with them was for good reason. But there may have to be a loss that occurs emotionally inside this elder for them to truly understand where you were coming from when you advised them to not do this thing or not align with this particular person. But somebody is with this Ace of Coins and that Four of Coins. That's somebody trying to, I'm picking up on someone who's trying to rationalize. Yeah. This is rationalization of doing something stupid with their money. like, oh, I love them, or it just is not based in anything real, even though you think that it is. Like, you think love, loyalty, marriage, those things, this person believes that those things are foundational principle things that, will guarantee commitment and success as it relates to some financial element. It does not. People are fickle. Fickle. Meaning, yes, they could be just as committed and loving and loyal to you in the moment in which you signed on a dotted line. 6 months from now, a lot of things can change. Where their intent at the time when you signed on the dotted line was to be loyal, was to be committed, was to be honest and true. But who knows what happens between the time in which this person signs until 6 months down the line, between that person and that individual, that changes the perspective of the person that was once committed, loyal. Happens all the time. Because if nothing is sure about this world, change is. People change their minds like they change their drawers. And if you change your mind, what changes in your mind changes in your heart. And those things can have downstream impacts to other people where it's like, I thought that we were good. I thought we were building on a good foundation. I made an offer, a solid offer to you. You accepted it. But somewhere along the way, this person, this elder, he knew, she knew. The emperor is here. I'm really picking up on masculine energy, right? Like, this is a father, uncle, big brother, somebody like that, somebody older than you, Aquarius, where you're observing them make some decisions in their life that will have some financial impact, where they are not deploying wisdom as it relates to making this decision. And as a result of not deploying that level of wisdom from past experiences, they suffer a loss. Some type of loss goes down. And again, my Aquarius may have to support this individual despite them maybe advising them in the first place not to do it. Because you, Aquarius, are the true committed, loyal individual to this family member, not the person that they may be aligned with. So again, don't force it. If it's not your message, if it don't apply, let it fly. And again, this could be predictive. It may not have occurred yet, but be on the lookout for it, Aquarius. But that is your message. I hope that it helps. And until next time, peace.